each game I find has like a really strong point that like beats the others at what it's doing, you know. And in my opinion, I think 4, the villain is the best. I love, you know, I mean, we always say culprit just to be safe. I mean, it's like it's been a million years.
Atlas isn't as careful as we are.
No, it's been a million years, but it's also like it's the main thing of the game, I guess. So you know, but I just love how in a lot of games you have villains that have lots of high grand motivations and are up on an ivory tower spouting off whatever. And then you're like, what is this dude's reason for doing this shit? And he's like, because fuck it, that's why. Just absolute like ugh, fucking
for the lulz, man.
For the lulz, and because woman, right? Ugh, like just you're like, wow, what a piece of shit.
Who cannot empathize with that? Am I right?
That's the thing, is that kind of relatable. You're like, at first you're like, oh, this guy could be like you and me, but then you step back and you're like, wait a minute, he's not like you and me because he's a freaking psychopath.
Yeah.
You know? But like, there are so many aspects of him that are relatable that you question a little bit.
And they make you pick that name out on the full list, right? They really sit you down and go, no, take your time. Think about everything.
And like, I was so confident right up until they gave me a list. It's like being confident before going to your exam and seeing the multiple choice. I was like, I'm 100%. I know 100% who it is. I there's no doubt in my mind. And then they give me the massive list. I'm like, okay, maybe there's a little doubt in my mind.
Just
a smidge.
It could be any of these people.
It's Nanako!
Yeah.
It has to be.
The whole time. I mean...
They throw you through a loop, for sure.
And I mean, just like jumping into the persona from that, like, yeah, I mean, it's okay. We don't need to start any wars here. We can put our weapons down, but
no, let's do it. Let's do it.
No wars.
Let's just talk about, you know, who we hung out with and took to S-Link 10. You know, let's see, and we can do this peacefully, and you know, yeah.
All good.
Who's your S-Link 10 pick in like let's stay with like 4, for example.
Oh, 4? Shoot, who was it? Dang, I'm gonna be honest. My favorite characters are definitely probably not in 4, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and say Naoto probably out of everyone. I like Naoto and I liked Rise the most.
Okay.
Yeah. No problem with the others or anything like that, but you know, they're super different characters, but I liked both of them the most. Maybe because of how different they were.
Now
I don't have a type.
Clearly. I mean, no, Naoto rules. Super sick. I like big fave. I love me a Chie. I love me some dragon kicks. You know, real simple. We got, but Pat
loves meat.
Yep. But Pat, you took your big long sip at the Rise mention over there. So
listen. I've lived my life with no regrets, and what that means is that the answers are bitchy redhead, flirty redhead, nerdy redhead
in every game.
Then I marry that.
Okay.
Then I make a baby with that.
Okay.
I'm doing all right.
Okay. Yeah, you know what? I was a little less predictable going into each game. I kind of jumped all over the place a little bit, you know, but that is consistent.
What if I picked the girls that remind me of my wife I've never met yet, but then I meet her and I go, oh yeah, no,
manifest. Yeah, no.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
No, I mean...
Now I'm thinking about it.
Like, in 3, I agree. I'm like, Mitsuru was always just goated. But like I said, my whole thing with Mitsuru has just been like, I feel like Mitsuru and Akihiko are like, y'all go hang out. I'm not even going to try.
That is coward shit. That is loser talk.
That was me. That was how I felt about it, you know?
Absolute loser talk.
I'm just saying, you know, like, they're the senpais, and they're killing it. I enjoy, I endorse, you know?
I just always feel like I tend to kind of gravitate towards what has the most canon scenes in the game, to, like, I guess for my own satisfaction. So, like, you know, for example, Persona 3, of course, gotta go with Aegis. Aegis is my favorite.
Okay,
that
okay.
game pushes that.
Yeah.
Very
The game
directly.
pushes-
Head in the lap.
I want to be, yeah, I mean, I want to get the satisfaction of seeing those scenes and being validated by the game for quote-unquote choosing the right one is just what it ends up being for me. But I also really love Aegis because, I don't know, I think she's cute.
I think
I just think she's cute.
yeah, I know. I think I ended up going as far from like the canon as possible. Like I ended up going with Yuko, the sports girl. Like,
Oh yeah, Yuko.
who's, you know, I think she's great, but she's not a party member. She's not like pushed it in. But I'm like, yeah, nah, but she's cool. I like her. You know.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of cool in its own way too. To, like, you know, have the relationship be completely separate from the business and stuff like that's very realistic.
That's it.
To be honest,
That's it. You know,
That's realistic.
Yeah, and I would say like I feel like in 3 I felt like the ultimate that finale and final boss were like, I'd say that's the strongest of, you know, what that does at its best. You know,
For sure.
doorstop kun, as they affectionately say.
It is wild. I've
My
gotten
boy.
to the same spot in Persona 3 twice, once with the original and once with Reload, and I've just crashed out like at the exact same spot. It's in like December, where the game's like, you know what you should do? And I'm like, what should I do? You should do 100 more fucking floors of Tartarus. And I go,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Close. You're so close.
No,
here's the thing, I got spoiled on the ending before that many years
what?
ago.
I'll kill them.
Okay, go argue with GameSpot. It was GameSpot in their review of FES that spoiled the ending of the original game.
please go reap
was that
all of
allowed?
them.
All right, it's on the docket. It's on the jokes. By the way, jokes.
Everything
I'm
we're
on
saying
hiatus.
here is completely fictional and for entertainment purposes only.
Ian, silly.
Yeah, no,
Man, that's too bad.
that sucks. I feel like when it comes to 5, I loved the crew the most in that. You know, they were
Squad.
the whole like heist and putting the plan together and everything. I feel like was the funnest with them. And I feel like Makoto is just, look, that's just the objective truth. You know, we can.
Yeah.
The game pushes Makoto.
It does, and I agree with the game.
Objectively does push Makoto.
I agree with the game.